Hi there, this is Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not believe in astrology but who want to hear their February forecast nonetheless. And this is your forecast for February 2025. And before I talk to you about what February means for you, Aries, let me play you a video, a very short one, where I talk about what February astrology like in general. If you already watched the forecast for another sign and you heard it, just skip to the next section. Notice the background? This is the apartment that we just started renting and are renovating now. But this is not why I'm filming here. I'm filming it here because this is the perfect metaphor for where we are in the beginning of 2025 astrologically. Now, I love the astrology of 2025-2026, although it contains a frankly scary and confusing conjunction of Saturn and Neptune. But what I love about it is that by the end of 2026, we will be in a completely new era. I will get into it more in the summer months when the glimpses of this new era will be more present with us. But it's kind of like this apartment, you know, the new apartment will be here. It's just impossible to say at the moment how exactly it will be different from the old apartment that was here before we deconstructed everything. So in January, we were mostly dealing with old stuff or with the consequences of what happened in 2024. And in February, we begin kind of the same way. Mars is still retrograde. The super slow planets that take years to move through just one sign, they are all, except for Pluto, still in the old signs. They will move to new signs in the summertime. But things start picking up slowly, very much like our renovation plans. We still need to do some work on what is here, you know, getting rid of something, cleaning up a little bit. But then the new things will slowly start becoming more and more important. So what are we looking at? Venus, the planet of beauty and pleasure and love, moves from Pisces to Aries on the 4th of February. This is a bit of a downgrade for her, but a very useful one. Two slow planets that I keep talking about, Saturn and Neptune, will move into Aries and will form an extremely important and influential conjunction there. It is not an easy one, but it has a lot of potential. And Venus, because of its retrograde, in the next 2 months, it will be crossing it 2 times and then again in May. And it will start giving us clues. Specifically, it will start giving us clues about what could there be in this area of your chart where the beginning of Aries is, that is so beautiful and so worthy and so valuable and so seductive probably that you wouldn't mind doing the work that Saturn and Neptune will require you to do later on. Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance, is ending its retrograde, goes direct also on the 4th. It will need a bit of time to pick up speed, but in general, now it is more powerful than ever since it entered Gemini in the last summer. So if you were a little bit disappointed with the performance of Jupiter in Gemini, this is the time when it can redeem itself. We also have a bombastic full moon in Leo on the 12th. We have a curious, gentle, and kind of very nice new moon in Pisces on the 28th. On the 24th, Mars goes direct, and new things will start popping up here and there from then on. Aries lives will be rebuilt, restructured, made anew in the next couple of years. But it will start with a very early Aries born in March and only gradually spread to the rest of you. So if you are an early Aries, this is where it begins for you, with Venus moving into your sign on the 4th of February. She will be moving back and forth next to your natal sun because of her upcoming retrograde. And this time, so February, March, and then again May, is the perfect time to ask yourself Venus questions like, am I enjoying it? Do I actually like it? Or them, it could also be a person. Or does it happen that maybe sometimes I enjoyed something and I expect to enjoy it now, but it doesn't bring me anything right now? Pay attention to your taste. Watch it evolving. A taste is a thing that the more attention you pay to the beautiful, pleasurable things, the more it evolves and the more exact it becomes. All month long, an extremely appropriate thing to do is to think about the story of your life aesthetically, like a novel or a movie, I don't know. Think about concrete ways in which it can be improved so you could truly, for real, fall in love with it. If you do it, and if it helps you get excited about what is possible for you, even if at the moment it seems so hard, you are absolutely not sure you will try to actually realize those ideas or fantasies. Uh, that's enough. Consider your mission accomplished for the month. If, however, you are a late Aries born in the middle of April, you are not working with Venus yet. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. You work with Chiron and Mars. So Chiron is the asteroid that points us to places where it still hurts, so we could take care of those places. Mars points us to what puts us in fight or flight mode. So it's something stressful, something that annoys us. This stressful and annoying thing can also be energizing because fight or flight mode is connected to adrenaline. So the good news here is that one, you will have the energy to deal with it, and two, it is not a new task. You already know what that is. And once you are done with this task, it will be over. So be motivated to solve it or to take care of business. The thing that you need to do makes you feel not good. Either something hurts or it makes you feel stressed, but you kind of know what you have to deal with. Ideally, you would be done with it by May, maybe even April. And yes, it's something that stresses you out. It's something that triggers you emotionally or is maybe connected to physical illness. If you're absolutely clueless about what the thing could be, maybe try looking at your place of residence, home, or relationship with the family. Maybe something will be connected to that, not necessarily. But if there is, avoid open conflict, or more like avoid initiating conflict before the 24th. But after the 24th, when the Mars stations direct, you can do pretty much whatever you want. You have learned a lot about this situation since October, and I'm pretty sure that you know what to do. Jupiter is turning direct on the 4th of February, and this is amazing for intellectual labor that you are truly excited about, but also for speaking up and for being heard, as well as for consuming media, learning something also that you find interesting, and having a more entertaining life in general. To add to that, the full moon in Leo on the 12th can strengthen your appetite for fun and pleasure and romance and be somehow connected to the money that you spend or earn unexpectedly. The new moon on the 28th is a good time to draw back a little bit and engage in some trusty form of escapism that will allow you to restore and have a little bit of fun. So I wish you to have a productive February, dear Aries people. And if you have questions, there is the comment section. Also consider subscribing to not miss the next monthly horoscope. See you then.